Grita Radio. Señal binaria en tus oídos.
Muy buenas tardes, tengan todos ustedes bienvenidos a una sesión más de Estante de Grita Radio. Mi nombre es Axel Barcelo y el día de hoy estoy muy contento porque tengo un invitado bastante especial. Él es Cloud. Déjame ver si lo puedo pronunciar bien. Strilio.
Yeah, pero no lo uso, así que es
Okay.
Claude is fine.
Claude.
I like it that way.
Exactly. So you want us to do the interview in English, in Spanish?
Como
Spanglish?
quieras, me ubico. Si me pierdo, de repente es Spanglish.
Ah, perfecto. La gente que tenga dudas es por qué hablas también el español.
Wow, gracias por ese complemento. ¿Bien? No sé.
Sí, se oye bien, ¿no? Claro.
Pero nací en Argentina. Yo nací en Argentina.
Pero ¿cuánto tiempo llevas viviendo en los Estados Unidos?
Me crié aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero por eso tengo un acento bastardo. Tengo argentino, peruano, mexicano, chileno.
¿Por qué? ¿Por tu medio social? ¿Conoces mucha gente de Sudamérica?
Claro, porque me crecí en un ¿cómo se dice? Neighborhood, que era muy latino, pero de varios países. Así que el acento puede ir bien a lo argentino y bien para quién sabe qué.
Para la gente que nos acaba de sintonizar, Claude es el corazón de Anything Box, esta banda que muchos de ustedes conocen y que este 12 de febrero va a estar aquí en la Ciudad de México, va a estar presentándose en el Salón La Maraca, acá muy cerca de la zona sur donde está transmitiendo Grita Radio, junto con Information Society, es lo que nos va a dar mucho gusto. ¿Ya habéis venido a México?
Sí, he ido a México bastante, pero hace mucho tiempo que no voy a la Ciudad de México para tocar.
Okay.
Así que, a long time.
O sea, pues nos va a dar muchísimo gusto. Cuando estás llegando a un país nuevo, ¿cómo preparas tu set? ¿Qué es lo que va a ser especial este 12 de febrero de un set de Anything Box?
Para cada entrevista he guardado una historia pequeña para cada uno. Entonces
gracias.
Te voy a dar la que es especial por tu pregunta tan buena. Voy a preparar un set que tiene mucho que ver con una novela que estaba en la Ciudad de México, a donde las canciones de Anything Box se presentaron.
¿Cómo?
Casi nadie sabe. Había una novela que se llama Alcanzando las Estrellas.
Okay.
¿Te acuerdas de esa?
Claro, es más, bueno, ahorita te doy yo mi anécdota con esa telenovela.
Entonces ahí es la primera vez que mi mamá me llamó y me dijo, ¿estás en una novela? Le digo, no creo, pero... Dices, no, es tu música. Y bueno, entonces voy a preparar un set que es hits, claro que sí.
Ajá, claro.
Pero va a ser conectado con esa memoria que tengo de esos phone calls.
Pero ¿cómo? Eso puede significar tantas cosas. Vas a poner imágenes de la telenovela, vas a alcanzar una estrella.
No sé, a lo mejor hago eso, sí, pero es más la idea que por medio de cosas como esa novela, llegué a que el público conozca quién Anything Box era. Entonces, cuando llegamos te voy a contar una historia. Cuando llegamos a la Ciudad de México la primera vez, nosotros teníamos la indicación que las personas solamente conocían una canción, que era la que estaba en la radio. Entonces pensamos, ok, conocen esta, pero no van a conocer las otras. Y fue después de esa llamada de mi mamá que me di cuenta bien rápido que estas otras canciones yo las conocía porque estaban en la novela. Y empecé a entender, wow, TV.
¿Conociste a alguien
This is good.
¿Conociste a alguien de la producción?
¿De la novela? No.
Ah.
No, pero de la producción sí. Me acuerdo que había gente que había estado en la producción y y que eran parte de la, ¿cómo se dice? The back, behind the
Ah,
scenes, ¿no?
ujú. Sí, así,
Y, y de ahí me informé y bueno, fue algo muy lindo saber eso,
sí, la
porque es
verdad.
algo que no esperas.
Ujú. ¿Te ha pasado
Entonces,
algo parecido
ahí voy.
en otra parte del mundo, que tu música haya llegado por canales que tú no esperabas?
Y también me acuerdo que, ups, perdimos ahí,
Sí, pero ya
pero,
la recuperamos.
no, me acuerdo muchas cosas de ir a la Ciudad de México. Una de las, una de las mejores memorias que tengo de México, cuando fui a la Ciudad de México, es que cuando fuimos, em, salimos del avión y había no te estoy mintiendo, te lo juro que no estoy mintiendo, había una carpeta roja. Y nosotros estábamos en el avión mirando la carpeta roja y diciéndonos nosotros, ay, ¿para quién será la carpeta roja? Debe haber alguien bien famoso en el avión, ¿no? Y viene el piloto del avión y me dice, ¿estás preparado para caminar la carpeta roja? Yo dije, ¿what? What are you talking about? He goes, there's press down there for you. And I'm like, oh my God, no. We were not ready at all. We did not know that. We did not expect it. So it was incredible. So that was the first time that ever happened to us. So
Cool.
obviously,
But then you don't think there is also something cultural about Mexico that also welcomes the anything box
oh,
music?
absolutely. And that's the beautiful thing. Like, so I grew up with my family watching a lot of Mexican TV because we lived in the United States. So we watched, I think it's called Sábado Gigante or whatever, right? Big Saturday. So we watched that. My mom used to watch Walter Mercado. She used to watch all that stuff. So you would see that there was always performers coming, and the United States is not. We don't tend to do that in the U.S. as much. Concerts is one thing, but you don't have. Nowadays they do a little bit more, but it's not like it was in Mexico. In Mexico, you would watch like a show on a Saturday, and you might be introduced to 4 or 5 artists. So I always thought that was really cool, and so yeah, that surprise with the red carpet was magic. And we
I'm
ate we ate at an embassy.
Oh, really? The embassy,
Yeah.
the American embassy, or what? Which embassy?
No, I dare not say who.
Oh, but a big fan was
But
working at.
it was a big embassy, and
Oh,
we went and ate there, and then we actually went to a bull ring. It was just crazy stuff, like it was just the craziest experience ever, and we were not prepared for it because it was very new to us. Like we were not, in my words, we weren't famous in any case and point that I would say would even deserving of such a thing. So it was one of those things where it's like, this is nuts. These people must be crazy. They don't know. They don't know who we are.
they may be
They don't know
mistaken
that
us
we're
for
just
somebody
crazy,
else.
crazy punks. You know.
But I mean, another hypothesis I have of why anything boxes music has connected so much with the Mexican people is because even within the synthetic part, the electronic part, it is not called music, right? It is not
No,
exactly. It is very warm. It's very melodic, and I think Mexicans respond to that, to this nice balance between the electronic part, but not in a cold way, but in a warm, melodic way.
it's part of our culture. Like
Mhm.
all of us came from different cultures when we started. So, Danya was Ecuadorian. I grew up in Argentina, but I grew up, sorry, also in the United States with all these different cultures. And so, Latin Americans, no matter where you're from, we're very passionate. All of us are passionate. get us all into a room, and yeah, we're gonna be the loudest people in the group, like we're gonna be the loudest, we're gonna sing the loudest, we're gonna jump the highest. This is what we do. And so I feel that the music wanted to reflect that too. Like I wanted us to make music that seemed happy, but at the same time that the lyrics could mean something. Like, we wanted to get right into your psyche if we could. And so like we weren't making like super non-emotional. We were trying not to make non-emotional music. Like that was not the goal. We wanted to be very emotional, very in your face.
But are these emotions, does this emotion come from you? Like, are you, like, if somebody pays attention to your lyrics, for example, do they think they would know Claude, like the person? Or
they would know I tell stories and that I have opinions. So yeah, yeah, they would know. And the fans know now, like they get it. I think that the real, Anything Box fans that have followed us forever, they kind of know that something in a lyric might strike them funny, and they'll think, oh, that's him being, he's throwing in that New Jersey witty thing, in there somehow. He's being ironic, or no, this is dead serious. He's like dead on right here, and there's no messing around with whatever that's saying. So I try to be very simple with my lyrics. This is how I feel. This is what's happening. Or I'll make a story, and the story tells of what's happening, because I like to bring other people into it, because I feel it's not just my story, it's our story. We all feel sad. We all fall in love. We all fall out of love. We all lose people. So on that level.
Another way I could frame the question, also the reason why I'm curious, is because there is Anything Box and there is Claude S. What is the relationship between these two? What happens?
God, they hate each other sometimes. Well, nowadays I would say Claude S is a lot closer to just Anything Box as he's ever been. Whereas in the past, I may have, it was always like, let's reach into Claude's closet, let's see what he's got. And I'd be like, no, don't take that. And then, that would be something we would use. And then it was like, like, I can't believe this is the thing that we're going to showcase, Now it's like, you open the closet, just bear it, just throw it out. Like whatever it is, just give it to them, all of it. So I feel like I'm truer now than ever before. I think I held back more then. But now it's only me, so I have no choice. So yeah, the Anything Box side is always like, I know what you got in there. Let's go. And I'm like, oh my God, okay,
Do you wish you would have been that way already earlier, that you had become?
I was, but it took more. I think that it took. See, I had two friends with me, so it was different because I could hide behind them a little bit. So if things got too heated, or like if things got too hot, like I would tell them, like this song tonight is going to be really hard to sing. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And then so like they would say like, hey, just look at me. And, I'll tell a joke or something right after. And that's something that we would do. So they would help me out emotionally sometimes. They're not there.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So sometimes what happens is that I'm at a moment where I'm like, damn, I am naked right now. These things are coming out. And it could be a bloodbath. It's just going to be like awful. So I feel like it's truer, scarier, but more personal. So
how do you prepare? I mean, how do you prepare to bury yourself before going on stage?
There's a funny scene in Purple Rain in the Prince movie. And it's funny. I remembered that scene many, many years later where he's backstage and he's just walking around in circles. And he's just like walking like back and forth. Like he doesn't know, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And then it's time to go on. He just, okay. And he just goes on. That's me. I prepare things. I can prepare like a set. I can prepare like how I'm going to go through it. But inevitably, people are there and they have their own emotions, and I feed off of their emotions. So I'm going to be in this relationship, and it's almost like we're meeting for the first time, but we're asking to marry each other, and there could be a divorce all in the same night. And that's kind of how I approach it. It's like, make the best of it. Like it's going to last for as long or as little as it lasts, but make the best of it. Like connect as much as you can. And so that's what I try to do.
So let's play kind of a mind game. So imagine that Claude S from like, I don't know, early 80s attended an Anything Box show today, went to La Maraca this February. What do you think he would be more surprised about where Anything Box is right now?
It's interesting. So I'm going to tell you the truth. So the Claude from 1989 right now, I would be like, yeah, I did what you said, but I made some mistakes, so shut up. I'm good. And he would be like, yeah, old man, you got it. All right, you've done it. You're doing it right. I'm not going to complain about you. You're not so old and an old fart fogey like I thought you might be. But maybe 15 years earlier, he might have kicked my ass and said, what are you doing?
Why?
Like you're losing me here, man. Because as you grow up, you go through these different changes. Like as you're young, you're very rebellious. I know it all. I'm gonna, be blah 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 blah. Right. And as you get older, you start to conform. You start to listen, and maybe this news organization is telling me the truth. Maybe that one isn't. Maybe that politician's good. Maybe that one is bad. Maybe I was wrong about all politicians. Hint, my younger self is going, no, you were right all along. So, so you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So as you get older, there is this, can I swear?
Yes, of course. We're in Mexico.
Good. when as you get older, you become the I don't give a fuck person. You're like, you just literally go back to, now I'm not young anymore. I'm not stupid as I was when I was young. I'm not a know-it-all. In fact, I know very little. So my thing is, I know how I feel about certain things. I know what opinions I have about certain things. And I know where to stand strong on certain things. And then I know where I can listen to other opinions from other different cultures and people and say, I don't agree with you, but let me sit down and have a conversation with you about this, because maybe I'm going to learn something from you, which we need a lot of that today. So I feel like my older self is more grounded in some part of reality while still maintaining a foot out there in the whatever that is that, art comes from, which I still haven't defined. I haven't defined it, but whatever it is, it's still out there and I still have access to it. But I have this grounded person that can deal with the emotional side of it. I can stand up for myself more now than I did when I was younger,
So that means that making art is kind of emotionally taxing in general. It's like a difficult.
Oh yeah. I think that when you do this, you are committing to a lot of pain. You are committing to a lot of pain, and you're committing to a lot of commitment to surpass that pain, to get this stuff out. Even if it's happy music, even if you write music that's supposed to make people dance, have a good time, there's the work part, which means hours on end in the studio, no seeing other humans, no partying, no family get-togethers, things that you're gonna miss. And you have to be prepared for all of that hard work, whether it's happy art or sad art. It's the same amount of work. Although I could argue that maybe sad art is a little harder, but but when you when you throw a human into a career of creating things, it's a tough, it's not easy. I don't tell people, oh, it's so super easy. Fame solves everything. You'll see. No.
No. Well, then we are especially thankful for you for actually doing that, because we are the ones who enjoy the end result.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for your time to talk with us. We are really looking forward to having you here in February. And
Can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much. And I really enjoyed the conversation. Any last detail that you don't want to be left unsaid?
All I can say is I can't wait. I hope it's loud, proud, dancing, everyone just having a good time, and we enjoy each other, because I think that's what we need.
Well, thank you so much.